Okay, now in this worksheet, let's look which concepts are the testing. So this one says that did you know that you can have more than one shadow? If you have ever watched a football match there that is played at night, you might have noticed that the players sometimes have lots of shadows. This is because there are lots of different floodlights lighting up the pitch. This drawing shows where the player's shadow is if there is only one light. When there is one light, then the shadow is over here. Now, why is the shadow over here and not over here? That's due to the fact that remember, shadow is always formed in the opposite direction to the light source. And why is that? Because see that the light will not be able to reach this part. So this person has blocked the light ray from reaching this part. That is why a shadow is formed. So what exactly is a shadow? The literal meaning of the word shadow is that it is basically a dark area. So something is a dark area when no light source reaches it, when no light ray reaches it, right? So since no light ray reaches it, hence a shadow is formed over here. So did you see that if the light source is here, then the shadow will be formed here. If the light source is here, then the shadow will be formed here. Okay. So now question number 1 says, this drawing shows the same player with a different floodlight. Draw his shadow. So now the light source is over here. First the light source was over here and now it is over here, right? So where do you think is the shadow going to form? I'm going to use a black color since we know that shadows are only of black color. So we know that the shadow is basically going to form over here. Just make the drawing wherever this can be. Right now, let's just clear this drawing and move to the other question. Now this drawing shows both spotlights draw in both of the players' shadows. So now here you have to draw the shadow. So first, for a while, just ignore this part and focus on this one, right? So it becomes easier. So if you just have this light source and the person is over here, then the shadow is going to form over here, right? And then some person like this. Okay, so the hands are like this. And then you have something like this. Sorry for the drawing. So the other shadow will be like this. Right? So when the footballer has two shadows, both the shadows are fainter than they would be if he had only one shadow. Why do you think this is? Why do you think the shadow will become much less fainter compared to the first shadow? So when you have two light sources, I told you that shadow is formed because of the fact that there is no light reaching over there. But don't you think when you have more lights available around, then there's a chance that on that shadow, the light will be able to reach, right? So think of a marriage hall. So we know that there's a perfect lighting system over there and a lot of lights are used. So that's why we do not see shadows when we are, especially in a marriage hall. That's due to the fact that there's light source everywhere, because of which there is almost no area where light does not reach. And we know that shadows are formed only due to the fact that light does not reach this area. So, for example, if this light is being blocked and a shadow is formed, but still, we have light coming from here as well, right? I hope you do understand this. So for example, let's say, this light is being blocked by this person. So it does not reach over here. That's why a dark shade is formed. But see, there's a light coming from here. So it makes it fainter, right? Just like that, a light is blocked over here by this person, this light, and no light reaches here from this light, right? But then we have this light source as well, and this basically makes it fainter, right? So why do you think this is? This is because that light from the other light source, it basically faints the shadow. So light from the other light source faints the shadow. So it basically makes the shadow more fainter, makes the shadow more fainter. I hope this is clear. Now, how many shadows would he have if there were three floodlights? So of course he's going to have three shadows, right? Uh-oh. Now let's just save this as well. Clear all the drawings. Let's get to the other part. Um, what would these shadows be darker or fainter than when he has two shadows? Explain your answer. I think you'll be able to answer this. Of course, I told you that when you have more lights available, that means that there's a less chance that there'll be any darker region left, because if even if one light is blocked, the other light can still reach that place, right? So it is going to be fainter. Okay, now Ali shines a torch at different angles. Which two things could make a dark shadow? Tick two boxes. We know that opaque objects are going to make a darker shadow. So this is something very easy, something that you have already done. So this one is going to make a darker shadow. This is a transparent. This is also transparent. So they're going to make either no shadow, or maybe less shadow. So this one is going to make a darker shadow. Explain why these two things can make shadows. This is because the two things are opaque in nature, so they're able to block light, block maximum or all the light, right? So it does not allow the light to pass through. Now finish drawing two rays of light to show how the dog makes a shadow on a wall. Over here, they're basically testing your concept, whether you know that light travels in a straight line or not. So we all know that light travels in a straight line, so light is going to be incident on it like that, and now just make a straight line on it. So this is able to reach, right? So this light is able to reach the screen, whereas this light does not reach the screen. I hope this is clear as well. Okay, that's it. This is also done.